So hi guys, welcome back to Victoria's Knitting Podcast. This is episode number 3. I am Victoria and today we are going to be talking about everything I did in the past month. I am very excited because fall is finally here. Yay! Give it a round of applause for all the people who live in the southern hemisphere. I'm really excited, mostly because I get to wear my knitted garments again. So it got cold here like 3 days ago and I haven't stopped wearing my knitted clothes for those past 3 days. Today I'm wearing my lovely cherry vest. This is a design by Annie Isop Cole. If you saw my what I knit in the year 2023 or something like that, this guy showed up and I think it was the star of the show. And even I did a reel on my Instagram that went kind of viral, which was very strange for me because it was the only thing that has ever gotten viral for me. But anyways, let's get into what I have been doing this month. So if you saw my last episode where I had 2 works in progress, well, let me tell you something. We still have the same 2 works in progress! Yay! So this month has been about accepting that I am a slow knitter and that sometimes I face some issues that make me go nuts, but I have to accept them and move on with my life. So let's start with the first thing, which you have been seeing for the last 3 episodes, and that thing is the Down Cardigan by Lily Kate Makes. Last episode I had already finished working on the bottom band and I was about to start working on the arms, the sleeves. So while I started working on the sleeves, when I realized that I have only 1 ball of yarn left and I was working with it at that moment, and I realized that it wasn't enough yarn, that I wouldn't be able to finish both sleeves with that yarn. So I decided to start playing yarn chicken, complete 1 sleeve, but the cuff, I decided to make it with the yarn I had left from the skirt that I had done previously. So if you haven't seen last episode, I will do a little summary of what happened. This yarn and this yarn are supposed to be the same, but I don't know if you're able to see that this one is way lighter than all of this yarn. I bought this yarn in 2 batches, one to make the sporty knit skirt by Florence, and when I completed the skirt I decided that yes, I like it, so I will buy more yarn and make a matching cardigan. The issue is that when the yarn arrived, the colors are not exactly the same, and all the yarn I had left, I couldn't use it to make the cardigan because it looked really bad. I actually did try to knit with both yarns and it didn't look good. So I worked with the yarn I had left from the skirt to make the cuff because I think it looks cool, like a statement in the cardigan, as I did here with the shoulders. And you can see clearly here the difference the colors have. This was supposed to be like a short retelling of what I said in episode number 2 of the podcast, but I think I talked enough. So let's go back to the cardigan. I finished 1 sleeve, I started working on the 2nd sleeve, and yeah, this was all I could do with the yarn I got left. and well, I didn't want to use the yarn from the skirt because if not, this sleeve will match this one. And now, what's my plan? I could order the yarn online, but I'm afraid that the color that will arrive at my home will be different from these other two, and I will end up with a cardigan with 3 different colors. So I decided to go against that idea, and I'm planning to visit the Manos del Uruguay shop, which is in Montevideo, which is 4 hours away from my house. Well, my plan is actually to go to Montevideo in a few days to visit some friends, and I'm just going to go to the shop there. I'm not traveling only for the cardigan. But I hope that if I go to the store, I will be able to pick up a yarn that matches the ones that they have sent me previously. And I hope that this doesn't end up having 3 colors because it won't make me happy. I realized that I didn't mention that this yarn is Manos del Uruguay Sami on the colorway Coal. So let's talk about my second work in progress, the Esther Cardigan by Petite. I have already finished working on the body. I am currently doing the Italian bind off. Last time I showed you this, I was starting this cardigan. I was working at back choke and I had done like 3 or 5 rows. It wasn't a lot, but let me tell you that this is a really entertaining knit to make, because as the pattern does have a design, you have to be paying attention to this to not mess up with the pattern, but the pattern doesn't require that much from yourself, so you can do it quite mindlessly, but not that mindlessly as you do, of course, your knits and your purls, as you do stockinette. So I'm really happy about this pattern because it was really engaging to make, and as the previous patterns that I have done from Petite Knit is really well explained. It does have a graph. I rarely look at the graph right now because I already know what I have to do. My next step is going to do the bottom band and the neckband, even though Petite Knit suggests working on the sleeves first. But when working on my Down Cardigan by Lily Kate Makes, she says that the best thing when working on a cardigan is to do the bottom band first, because it does change the structure of the cardigan, and afterwards you will be able to measure the length of your sleeves in a better way. And it actually does make a lot of sense. So after I finish the Italian bind off, I'm going to start working on the bottom band. I did not mention what I have been knitting this with because I don't know what it is. I know it's cashmere and I got it from Argentina, but it didn't have any labels. I don't know. That is a craft shop that I usually go when I visit Argentina, but all their yarn doesn't have labels. I don't know why, but yeah, sorry, I can't tell you what it is. The lady that sold me this yarn told me it was cashmere, and I believe on her. This is soft and I like it, and the stitch definition, I believe it's great also. So something I have noticed about this pattern that really caught my attention, and it did make me freak out a little bit, is that the back shaping is really curious, or at least for me, because all the back shaping I have done previously is done through German choke rows, and in this case the shaping is done in like the first stitches of, well, the first rows of the pattern, and I was like, what is that? I thought it was a raglan sleeve at the beginning, but then I realized the cardigan doesn't have a raglan sleeve. Girl, what are you on? And no, it's just the shaping which you do it in a quite different and interesting way, at least for me, because you kind of do it by increasing, and then I don't know. Before we finish, I wanted to show you things that I got. There are not many, but let me open the bag. The first things I want to show you is the buttons that I got for the cardigan, which I think they're pretty lovely because they match the colors that are in the yarn. It has a really dark gray, some lighter shades of gray, and some white. And I think it's amazing because it's like the perfect bottom for the cardigan. And my mom found them for me in our craft shop. So the thing that has me the most excited is this. This is a spindle. It's to spin yarn. I have seen some of these things online and they have like a hook with a loop on top, and this one doesn't have it, and I'm not sure why, because almost all the tutorials that I found are for those spindles. But this one was sold to me by a girl from Catamarca, Argentina. She was an artisan, and alongside her sister, both of them spin yarn, and she spent like 10 minutes explaining me how to work with this, even though I don't remember at all. This is some alpaca yarn that she gave to me, and this is all the work that she did. It was super cool. She even showed me some vicuña yarn that they had from Catamarca, and it was super cool. And also she showed me some of her work. She knit by hand, and also she had a loom where she would knit plenty of things, but she did show me a shawl that was made with vicuña wool, and it was beautiful. She told me that working with vicuña wool will take her like 2 months, like from the start of the process to the finish, because she will have all the wool in bulk, like taken away from the animal, and that's when she started working with it, and it was super cool, and I really loved her work. I will leave her Instagram like somewhere so you can check what she does. When talking to her, I was able to see how much she loved working on the yarn and knitting, and it was so lovely. It's so nice being able to talk to somebody who loves so much what they do, and they are so kind to explain to you everything. Oh my god, I had such a great time. I would have stayed the entire day talking to her. So to finish this video, I wanted to recommend you a really nice documentary I saw about knitting that I saw on a YouTube channel, and I just was looking for it, just I couldn't remember the name and they took it down. I'm sad. It was amazing. It was about Icelandic knitting and the reasons why people knit, and it was fun, but they took it down. So with that, I will say see you next month, and I hope I have some finished objects next month. Let's pray for that. Yay! Well, I hope you all have a wonderful April. You get to do many nice stuff, to enjoy your life, and well, see you in the next one. Adios!